but working smarter. This is the story of two students, one who studies less, sleeps well, socializes, and consistently ranks in the top 5%, and another who studies 4 hours every day, sacrifices sleep, barely sees friends, and still struggles to maintain a B average. This is Alex. Alex studies only 40 minutes a day, sleeps a full 8 hours, spends time with friends, and continuously is in the top 5% of the class. Most of his study time includes solving practice problems, testing himself, and teaching concepts to classmates. Meet Jamie. Jamie studies 4 hours every single day, often goes to bed late, rarely sees friends, and still struggles to maintain a B average. Jamie highlights every page, rewrites notes over and over, and rereads chapters endlessly. So, what's the difference? It's not intelligence, and it's not effort, and it's not luck. The real difference is how they study, not how long. Before we dive in, take a moment to rate your own study habits from 1 to 10. Got your number? Keep it in mind, because by the end of this video you may see it in a whole new light. I want to share a personal story. It was junior year around 2 a.m., and I was sitting at my desk surrounded by empty coffee cups, scattered notebooks, and a pile of textbooks. I had been studying nonstop for 10 hours for a psychology exam. I highlighted every important sentence, rewrote my notes neatly, reread chapters multiple times, and even made colorful diagrams. Everything looked perfect. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right. No matter how many hours I poured into studying, the information seemed to slip through my brain like sand. That night, I failed the exam. Miserably. It was a hard wake-up call, and honestly, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. It forced me to face a difficult truth. I didn't actually know how to study effectively. I thought long hours and meticulous notes meant success, but I was trapped in what I now call the productivity illusion. The productivity illusion is something almost every student experiences. We confuse being busy with actually learning. Highlighting every word on the page, busy. Writing pages of notes no one ever reads again, busy. Rereading the same paragraph 10 times, hoping it will stick, busy. We believe that more time equals more learning, but that's not how the brain works. Your brain isn't a sponge that absorbs information automatically. It's more like a muscle that grows when exercised the right way and given time to recover. This leads us to what I call the consumption trap, a belief that the more you consume, the smarter you get. More pages, more videos, more hours of cramming. Schools often reinforce that trap when teachers tell you things like study 3 hours or review the whole chapter. The problem is, if you're only consuming information rather than truly engaging with it, then it's worthless. You can spend hours highlighting and rereading and remember almost nothing. During the exam, here's a simple formula that completely flipped my approach. Effective learning equals amount of information learned times retention rate. Let me elaborate. Two students can study for very different lengths of time and wind up with the same amount of knowledge. For instance, student A studies for 5 hours but retains only 10% of what they studied. Student B studies for just 1 hour but retains 50%. Both wind up learning the same, but student A wasted for extra hours. That's the key insight. It's not about studying longer, it's about studying smarter. That's where active learning comes in. Before I learned this, I was stuck in passive studying, highlighting, rereading, and rewriting notes obsessively, and forgetting most of it. After I learned active learning, everything changed. Active learning includes solving practice problems, teaching concepts to classmates, and applying what you've learned to real-life situations. Suddenly, my retention jumped from 10% to 70%. Passive studying is like trying to fill a bucket full of holes you pour water in, but it leaks right out. Active learning patches the holes, so knowledge actually sticks. Let me break down the exact study strategy I use, step by step. First, chunk your study sessions, instead of marathon sessions. Study 30 to 60 minutes per subject. Your brain retains information better in short, focused bursts. Second, test yourself before reviewing. Try to recall what you already know and identify weak areas. Third, focus on your weak spots. Spend extra time on topics that challenge you. not the ones you already understand. Fourth, use active methods. Answer questions, explain concepts out loud, or use flashcards. Fifth, connect ideas together. Linking concepts makes information easier to remember. And finally, do a quick review before bed. Your brain consolidates information while you sleep, turning short-term memories into long-term learning. Now, think about the number that you gave your study habits at the beginning of this video. Are you still feeling like that number is an accurate reflection? If your number went down even a little, great, it means you are ready to level up. You never have to work harder, just smarter. And the right strategy transforms hours of stress into minutes of focused and effective learning. So, are you ready to stop wasting time and to actually start studying smarter? Try these strategies for just 1 week and see how much more you retain. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video where I'll share with you even more tips to help boost your learning and grades. Start today and watch your results transform.